PTR Radio just to look at these basement dwellers. Two fat guys, and someone who thinks he's a freaking monkey. The end is near, folks.
And now back to just a great podcast. I mean, really great bunch of guys, just the biggest and best stars on the podcast scene.
And now back to PTR Radio with Mike the Ape Man, Shaggy, and Colin. These three guys should really come with a warning label, maybe like for rectal use only. Feel my body, drink my
wine. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. Mike, you shake your head. It's like you don't like that intro.
Well, for rectal use only, well, I don't think that's probably the one thing that I don't think I ever want to be on a warning label about me is, well, listen. It don't make any damn sense, but not much makes sense these days.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No matter, sorry, it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You know, we're not even getting into politics, but the world has gone crazy. You know, it's just, it makes you just want to, you know, moving to Mars doesn't seem like such a bad idea. You know, those people that said, you know what, I'll never come back. It's okay. Maybe they got a point.
Might be onto something.
Yep. You know.
Oh God.
It's been a time. Well, I want to give everybody a construction update on the new wing on the mansion here. And
oh boy, the last update was not fun.
Well, we have drywall is all up, and mudding and taping is done, is pretty much done. HVAC is in, and is just waiting for. In fact, HVAC and electrical is all done, with the exception of the finishing touches, which can't happen until paint is finished. Which paint hasn't started yet, so it's got a long way before it's finished.
So you were able to get the additional voltage you needed?
No, we weren't. We ended up having to run a gas line out to the addition.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. So we had enough juice for the air conditioner, because I was already planning on putting a split unit out there. So we scavenged those amps. I feel like this is Apollo 13, you know, where they only have so many amps for re-entry, and they're just, you know, watching the dial, turning things on slowly. I feel like that's going to be my house. All right? When comes time for baking, it's going to have to be like, okay, we have to shut off all the lights in the basement and, you know, half of the computers. And, you know, then she can turn on ovens in sequence. All right? It's going to... Yeah, that's what it's going to have to be.
I'm sensing that the email servers and the Plex servers may go out more.
I may have to reduce capacity. I'm going to have to undervolt the server so that it runs on a few volts. You know,
suddenly our email will be handled by a Raspberry Pi.
Very well could be. I may have to, you know, knock it down a little bit. But anyway, yeah. So we got enough, you know, we got enough volts out there, amps out there for this. But there wasn't enough to run a furnace. So therefore we had to go back to gas, which there's very little in my house that actually runs on gas. There's the furnace and the water heater. Other than that, we didn't have any other gas appliances. You know, so we had to run a gas line all the way from my existing furnace room, which is kind of on one end of the house, all the way through the crawl space, because there was never any gas line in the crawl space, all the way through the new crawl space, up a wall, through the attic, and to where the new, you know, furnace, where, you know, when the when the heat pump won't suffice anymore, when that, you know, where that unit is.
Yeah, like I think for like last year there was like maybe 2 weeks where that was going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it would have been cheaper for you to get like a pellet stove? that would double as an oven.
Yeah. Well, and then,
a propane. Yeah.
and to make things, even more interesting, my wife has decided now she's going to get rid of an oven and range out of the kitchen.
Oh, there's your extra voltage.
Yeah, so that is going to clear up some amps for me to put a split unit in the garage, maybe. It'll just be a trade-off. So, yeah, it'll be interesting still.
I'm sorry. Wait, a split unit where?
In the garage. Yes.
Did you say
garage?
garage?
Yes. Where I will keep some garage beer.
Oh, wait. Hold on a sec. Hold on. I'm getting
Yes.
a call. Hold on. Hello? Travis? Really? Can't afford it. Got a wedding to pay for. No, I get it. Okay. No, hey, listen. Bitches be crazy. I get it. Okay. All right, listen. Good luck this season. Don't get hurt. All right, bastard. Well, so much for the sponsorship, boys.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe.
pay for the ring somehow.
I'm still going to drink this beer because it's open.
What if they came out with Swift seltzers? Could we do
Men don't do cheerleader beer.
Well, what about Mrs. 8-Man?
She don't do bubbles.
Okay. Well, my wife does. So we could possibly still do something with Swift seltzers. And I think that's an untapped market.
So the other possibility here, if Taylor is listening, the possibility here is, Kim could be convinced to switch from Tito's to Big Machine Platinum if that sponsorship was available. I'm just saying.
Or if Taylor just wants to jump on a bandwagon with other celebrities and just buy an existing company, there is a Swift cider company out there. I'm sure you could find a hard cider that works for you.
Awesome.
Whole fruit.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was watching a British show. I forget which one it was. It was either
Dragon's
Extra
Den.
Slice, which is Bake Off, or the Traders After Show from Ireland. Anyway, the point is, they were talking about the engagement.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching that, I realized, Travis Kelce is now the most famous American football player in the world. Because I'm sure that all of those people talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce over in Ireland or the UK, whichever one it was, that's probably the only American football player they know of.
Very well could be.
It's possible.
Very well could
It
be.
is possible. I'm waiting for, as Shaggy said on the white sheet, I am waiting very much for the Swift jerseys to start showing up, the Swift Chiefs jersey. I think it would be awesome if he got introduced after the wedding as Travis Swift and just wore that jersey for one game to make it a commodity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I think I actually, yeah. I think that's a big thing. I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Swift. I think that should be in the
I
vows.
think so.
I
absolutely think so.
At least it should be in a video. A music video. I think, if nothing else. So.
And that's about all we know about Taylor Swift.
Well, I mean, all we can say. I mean, we know more, but we can't say anymore.
It's true. That NDA is pretty ironclad.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Sorry,
we don't want to invalidate our invitations. So,
Yeah, just because there wasn't enough money to pay for the full beer sponsorship doesn't mean we didn't get something out of the whole.
media are still invited.
It's true. Media are invited. I do have a drone that we can offer to take pictures. I'm not very good at it, so y'all better just duck if you see the drone coming. It's not a very high, tech drone. It drifts. I'm going to tell you that right now. And
Well, if you can't dodge a drone, how are you going to dodge a ball? So,
True. Very, very true.
Mike, I thought about you this a couple weekends ago when I
You
was.
always do.
Well, yeah, you're always on my mind, Mike. But I was DJing a wedding actually. We DJ'd the reception, or we DJ'd the actual ceremony, and then the reception is in the same place. And when we were getting kind of set up for it, the owner of the place came out, and turns out the guy I was working with knows her, and so they were really impressed by everything we were doing, and they asked us if we would mind being their standard referral for all events. So there's a possibility I could have a residency.
See, this is bullshit. I'm at a point now where I was actually thinking about retiring as a DJ and selling off my gear because ain't nobody hiring me. Harlan's okay as DJ is just not okay right now.
Your Parlin's no-K-ist DJ.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I will DJ, bat mitzvahs. I will DJ
A Shiva?
No. We got the bar's still got to be raised up there a little bit. I mean,
How about
bris,
a Kwanzaa
maybe?
celebration?
Possibly.
I
mean, I'm not opposed, but I don't know. I'm starting to get discouraged because it seems like all the groups that I used to volunteer my services for aren't doing events anymore, and I don't know why. So I don't know. And meanwhile, I got a guy at work who DJs on the weekends, and the guy's flying down to like the Caribbean and DJing like festivals, and I see him on Mondays like, hey, what's up, man? Did you gig this weekend? No. Oh, you should come down and gig with me one weekend. We do the festival. I'm like, dude, I'm not that guy. I don't even have a passport. And you want me to come out and DJ these festivals like Fire Festival? Like if Fire Festival really happened. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, I can't. I'm not that guy.
You gonna Rainbow? What is it? Neon Boardwalk or something? In Chicago, or some of the raves.
Neon Boardwalk. No,
yeah. Didn't
raves.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
What, like the hairspray?
No, not that.
What are you talking about?
Like the ones where they do mushrooms and Molly, and there's multiple days and the black lights and the.
I can't be around that.
What do you mean you can't be around that?
Half of the stupid THC seltzer, and I felt like I was melting into the bed. You expect me to be around all of this stuff and get a contact, same enclosed environment with this stuff? Are you and DJ while I'm at it? Are you kidding me,
Mike? but they're your people.
They are not my people.
They could be your people. Don't you want to be the next Dead Mice?
No. Dead Mice, no. But it's a good segue. Maybe I could get a job at the House of Mouse. But
wait a second. Hold on, Mike. I have your rave. I want to show you your rave wear. Because if you're gonna become a
no, don't do this.
Thingy.
Don't do this. No, because when you come up with ideas about clothing and stuff, and me, I wind up with a tote full of hats that I got to come up with characters for.
This is not a tote. This is not a tote full of hats, Mike. Look at this. One of those could be you.
All right, maybe the rainbow jumpsuit.
Or you could be that guy.
No, I'm not wearing a corset.
Or One of those guys.
Hell no.
You could be that guy.
Your search history is going to be so screwed after all of this now. Good luck. No.
You know?
No.
A fishnet top, Mike, that screams 8-man right there.
No. I need to know what you searched on. That you got pride stuff coming up.
Right. This is not pride stuff. This is rave stuff.
It says right there, Pride Parade 2024. We lost Colin. Are you happy?
I don't know what happened to Colin.
You chased him out.
He went to Amazon is what it is. He's looking for stuff now. He wants to attend your next rave.
Amazon.
I don't know what happened to Colin. He just left. Colin's not there no more.
Oh,
there!
Oh.
Look! There's Colin.
Colin is more ready for the freaking rave than I am. It's Colintron.
Oh, that'd be a good. Yes, Colin.
I had to run and get that thing.
Now, see, the only thing that I got, if I wanted to like try and scare Shaggy, is I got. Where is it? Wait a minute. That's right. I'm wireless. I can get it. See, I bought this a while ago in case I ever came out there to meet Shaggy in person, because I remember how much you said you loved this.
A velour tracksuit?
Nope. That's right. I'm a weeping angel. Go ahead, blink. See what happens.
Oh, jeez.
They were talking about, since Halloween is on a Friday this year, everybody's talking about getting dressed up at work. And everybody seems to think I'm going to show up in an inflatable dinosaur costume. And that's never going to happen. I'm never going to wear an inflatable costume because I've seen too many of the videos of guys getting pranked where somebody sneaks up and hits them with fart spray in the intake. So that, like, new fear unlocked, not going to happen.
Yeah, that would be bad. But no.
Currently, let me see if I can find it real quick. But I have an idea of what I may wear, just because none of the millennials or the Gen Alpha hires probably know what it is. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I think last time I was still my Magnum PI outfit.
Yeah, so this is part of my Halloween costume. I have a jacket, the brown jacket from Disney World to go with it, but that is not the Halloween costume I'm going to be wearing to work. The Halloween costume I'm going to be wearing to work, let me see if I can find the pictures of it, and I'll send it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a Halloween costume for work because I don't think I'll be at work.
See, I'm thinking nobody is going to know. Like, the people my age will know what this is.
Yeah.
But the younger generation is not going to know. And this one comes with the baby. So I can walk around with Carlos all day.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. So, you know, when you pick something for work, you have to pick something that is not going to be overly hot. But, you know, you can't have the slutty costumes either, you know. So it just depends on what you have, you know, what your options are. And it's just I don't know. I just don't think there's going to be a huge presence at our work on Halloween. Yeah, Halloween's on a Friday. Yeah, Halloween's Friday, so there won't be
Friday.
anybody at work. Everybody is work from home on Friday. The most interesting thing could be a WebEx Halloween costume contest. You know.
See, the only problem with this costume that I want to wear is that the beard actually sticks on.
Oh, yeah.
And Friday is our bagel club at work. So
Well, have it after the bagel.
how is possible? What is this? Okay.
That's my Halloween costume for work.
Let's see here.
That's very fitting. I like it, especially in light of the documentary that is coming out on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The Yep. Boy, that documentary looks pretty good too.
It does.
Looks like it's got just the right amount of people in it. So
When you see who directed it and who produced it, you're like, okay, they had enough power to get this done.
well, that was Ryan Reynolds. So
And well, he produced it, and then Colin Hank directed it.
yeah. So they have enough pull to get enough people involved that
But apparently, like Bill Murray was like a last minute get. They actually were like locked down. It was too late before they finally managed to get Bill Murray to agree to be interviewed. And Dan Aykroyd was apparently he agreed to it, but it was like you're going to arrive this day, and you're going to come out to my house, and we'll have dinner, and then the next morning we'll interview, and then you'll get out.
yeah.
Which sounds harsh, but actually was you can imagine that the reality of it was amazing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole on YouTube the other day, and I came across a Stevie Ray Vaughan interview from 1986, I think, and it was one of those like local TV station shows where it was a guy who owned the recording studio where Stevie Ray Vaughan used to do session work at before he got big. So the guy would call Stevie in, say, hey, why don't you do a backing track on this or sit in with the band or whatever. And so he really knew Stevie Ray Vaughan, well. And I guess the original television show was like, 22 minutes long because they had to make room for commercials and everything. But they kept the original tape. The original 48-minute long recording session that they did.
Oh, wow.
And so what they put out on YouTube was the original recording session because it was like it was called like In the Studio, and it was just those two jamming for 40-some minutes with occasional talking back and forth between them. There was like a 10-minute rendition of Bad to the Bone with them going back and forth, just riffing constantly. It was, I've only watched like half of it, but it was amazing. Because I love, blues, jazz, guitar. And, you had Jimi Hendrix and you had Stevie Ray Vaughan, and so, those are some of the best ones.
Oh, one is literally the best one.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of variety there that you could take from. So it just depends. There are some other ones that have inherited really good. I mean, because then you've also got Prince in there, who was just also just absolutely stupendous on the guitar.
I think you're missing the best one of all, which is Eugene Martone.
All right. Not that familiar with that person.
You never saw that movie? Crossroads? It was about his life?
I did see, yeah, I did. Daniel-san, you mean that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm. But he's known in in another life.
Yes. He has a lot of course, the best thing was him in Beer League. So,
Well, yeah. I actually think that his best work was for Funny or Die, Wax On, F Off.
Oh.
All right, so let's go to the white sheet here because we got a couple of things.
Yeah. We don't have
you
much, but we got a
shared a
couple
link.
things.
You shared a link about 10 classic sci-fi movies that are unwatchable today.
I did? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I did.
kind of want to
Okay,
go
that sounds
through this
interesting.
because some of these
I
just from
definitely
the preview
disagree
looks like
with.
they've been remade already.
Okay. I don't agree with this one because I did watch it here just within the last couple months. Barbarella. All right.
Didn't they?
Every pubescent boy should watch that movie. And yes,
Okay.
they were going to remake it, but I don't know that it ever came out.
Well, according to this article, there is still a remake, and I'll give you
Sydney
3
Sweeney.
guesses of who's going to star in it, but you're only going to need one. Of course, it's the boob of the month, Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. So
I do I think the original stands today? Not with the sound on it, doesn't.
I don't know.
Could a remake?
I think a lot of things stand with the sound
worthwhile?
on.
Number 9. Why are all of these? Why does it seem like every single one of these is a teenage sex comedy? Number 9, Weird Science.
I strongly disagree. That's a great movie. Could still be watched today. I think if you can't watch it, your sensitivities are too high. The definition of a snowflake if you don't like that movie. All right.
Oh.
Bill Paxton, Robert Downey Jr. You better like that movie.
Wow,
And
that's fair.
a great song, if nothing else.
It spawned a TV show.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Alien Nation. I'll admit, never watched the movie. Didn't watch the TV show either.
The movie was.
I can't say I ever watched
Amazing.
the movie. I did watch some of the TV show.
I really. Okay. See, you got. I had to put a pin in this
Okay.
because since you guys have not seen this, if it's available to stream somewhere, we may need to add this to the list because
Yeah.
I'm not
The-
opposed.
All right. Next up, Total Recall. It's got a woman
Which
with
one?
the original one with Arnold
I
Schwarzenegger.
was going to say the second one I could agree with. The first one is classic.
It's got a woman with 3 boobs, and then it's got a Guato guy. How can you not like that movie?
It has a scene with security where people are walking through, and it just automatically detects and shows you what if they're carrying stuff, which is something that today happens every time you walk into Disney World. So, science fiction movies that come up with some weird thing that turns out to be real, it's classic.
RoboCop is the next one. Now,
The amount of reactors on YouTube watching RoboCop tells me they're wrong.
I mean, this is why Red Foreman is such a dick to Eric. Obviously.
well, okay, but not for nothing. Even the remake of RoboCop wasn't terrible.
Nah. Now, Mike, I don't know what you're going to think of this. Number 5, Planet of the Apes.
All right. The prosthetics, no, it doesn't hold up. The new Planet of the Apes trilogy, or what did they make 4? I think they did 4 because Kingdom came out. The remade trilogy with the motion capture, Caesar and them. Absolutely. makes this much less relevant.
Yeah. Now here's another one that could have been, superseded by its newer version. Westworld from 1973. I didn't watch it.
That's a very
I
different
have to be honest, didn't even know it existed.
Now, Tron 1982. It's got, 2 sequels now? With another one coming?
Yeah, and it's still. I haven't. You know what? The special effects are so groundbreaking in that. As long it's the whole. Can you show this to a young person and have them understand that this is where everything they watch currently came from?
Yeah.
And the amount of new games that come out that have all of their design coming from Tron tells me, yeah, it still stands up.
And the last one that's on here is Forbidden Planet. Or not the last one, but second one. Forbidden Planet. Now, I have watched this, and for 1956, I think it was pretty good. Honestly, obviously the special effects are crap, all that, but the storytelling on it was pretty darn good.
So this, along with Tron, I think Colin touched on it. The problem is the younger generation will not appreciate the effort that went into making those movies.
And I don't know that they appreciate storytelling either.
Well,
that is... My experience is that they can appreciate the earlier effect if the story is good, because I do care about story. What they will not stand for is black and white.
Well, that movie's not Forbidden Planet's not black and white.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Early special effects they can handle, but my experience is that black and white is completely.
That's asking too much.
Kicks them out. Yeah.
Yeah. If you took either one of those movies and broke them up into 4 20-minute episodes and told them that it was a special edition being released on Netflix that they could binge, they would be head over heels for it.
Yeah. Then the number 1 on this list is Dune from 1984. And they're saying that it's not watchable now because it can't compete with the remake.
I don't know if I agree with that. It's a tough call. The remake, to me, strays. It differentiates itself from the 1984 version enough that it stands on its own legs, but I don't think it takes away from the 1984 version.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
honestly,
just my opinion. I
haven't watched either of them.
Depending on the day, depending on the day, I might have trouble agreeing with it. Was it watchable in 1984?
I'm surprised they didn't put something like Krull on here. Or Willow.
Ooh.
Or something like that, because I can see where people today wouldn't want to watch those, Or
well, look,
Krull more than Willow. I mean, Willow stands up.
Yeah, Krull has a cult following.
Yeah,
but and I love the movie, and I love the video game, and I love the movie, but in no way, shape, or form was it a good movie.
Oh, it's cheesy as all get out. It was B movie to begin with.
You might as well start talking about, did we ever review, I got to go back and look, Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone?
I think we did.
Yeah.
For some reason,
that was like one of the first sci-fi movies I ever watched, and it was 3D. And no way does it hold up.
Well, it's like Space Truckers.
What's it? So I went back and was watching like the original Voltron
Oh yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah.
And I look at it now and I'm like, I really thought this was awesome back then. So I get how some things just, yeah, okay, it's nostalgic, but it doesn't really hold up.
Yeah.
Like the original.
It depends which Voltron you're watching, too. There's the original show before it was topped up by the American. There's the American show, which is the one we actually grew up with. But then there's the vehicle Voltron, which has nothing to do with the original show.
The vehicle Voltron was complete and total crap.
Yes.
The vehicle Voltron could only stay formed for 15 minutes. No. Don't set that. No. Stupid. What?
The middle remake of Voltron felt better than it was when it first was on, but now if you try to watch it, it's terrible. And then the most recent one, which was the DreamWorks one on Netflix, that one's really good.
Isn't the live action one still coming out?
Isn't Henry Cavill supposed to
I
be in
haven't
that
talked
one?
about that for years.
Well, I thought it was actually cast and was filming, but
It says it's in
I haven't checked
development
recently.
with principal photography starting in December 2024 in Australia.
okay.
So will be released on Prime Video after a theatrical debut. Working title: Space Mouse.
Okay.
That
I
may,
dig it.
you know what? I'm going to say it's less likely Space Mouse is more of a, that was the code name for it.
So
I really hope it does well. Because if it does,
they wrapped filming
then-
April 2025. So expect another year after that for final production, effects, etc.
if this does well, then maybe Tobey Maguire can get the Robotech live action film finally made.
Oh, I thought you were going to say maybe we can get a Turbo Teen movie.
That is a show that has such a over. Okay, have you ever checked to see how many episodes of Turbo Teen actually were created?
They're like 12.
Yeah, there's just a handful of episodes. Yet it still is a known show.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
Hilarious.
I'm still pushing for a remake of the Hair Bear Bunch. They don't have, then nobody's got that either, And I never did get a dedicated show for what was it? Who else was on? Skippy and Scooter, who guest starred on Scooby Doo all the time. It was the Dune Buggy.
Scooter.
I remember the Dune Buggy. I don't remember anything about it.
Speed Buggy. Tinker
Buggy.
and Mark and Debbie, they participated in races with Speed Buggy. Yeah, there were only
Speed
16.
Buggy was like
there were only
the
16
body
episodes of
conscious Speed Racer. That's what it was.
Yeah,
The Speed Racer for the chubby kids. That's what Speed Buggy was.
he was that was him. He had a lisp and everything, and a stutter.
Sentient talking dune buggy. Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was around like HR Puffin stuff when it was big, right? That was. Our parents didn't do drugs. Jesus Christ.
Well,
So okay, so talking about drugs,
Yeah. Oh my.
Did you see that last article that I shared to the white sheet
Yeah.
about the surgeon
Uh-huh.
who? So apparently, the surgeon made national headlines because he amputated his legs after developing sepsis. That's what he told everyone. It later came out that apparently he was involved with, I can't believe I'm going to say these words, body mutilation pornography. And got too wrapped up with a man who is dubbed the eunuch maker.
Mm-hmm.
So people... I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I need somebody to please explain this to me, because
Well, there is a crotomophilia, which is a sexual interest in amputees. Then there also is body integrity dysmorphia or dysphoria. I do remember, I don't remember if it was a real life trauma in the ER or if it was a different ER show where somebody had chopped off their own arm, and then they found the arm, but he refused to have it reattached, and he had chopped it off himself. So there are people out there that don't want their limbs. Yet if you go and you talk to veterans who don't have their limbs anymore because of their service, they would gladly take them.
Yeah.
Maybe we should work out like a exchange service. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate that,
I mean, maybe.
A trade-in program, maybe,
I just don't.
Yeah, I don't really get it either.
And I'm sure
Happily.
somebody out there is going to say, oh, well, it's a sickness. And it's a sickness, all right. It is a sickness. If you're willing to cut off your own legs to get yourself off, I mean, that's...
there's easier ways to lose weight.
what the hell is your safe word at that point? Like, where is the line drawn?
Yeah, I don't know what it...
across the thighs, apparently.
Safe word, stumpy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Oh. In at least 3 cases, the injuries inflicted on the victims were life-threatening, with one victim coming close to losing his life due to blood loss. Whilst the victims in these cases all seemingly consented to surgeries and amputations, the victim who bravely reported his assault to police expressed serious regret regarding his procedure and the lasting impact it has had upon him. Yeah, this is... it's really difficult to undo a decision like this.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
Yeah. And there's few things that are quite as deadly as leg amputation.
Backroom leg amputations.
Yes.
Dr. Vinny Bombay, backroom leg amputation. It's definitely not the way to go.
Get in there. The guy had a dirty knife at a folding table. I tried to get in there, Johnny. I promise you.
Don't worry.
All right.
The 10th amputation's free. Just have this punch card. Oh.
Just imagine this guy's online dating profile now. Like, okay, kinks. Well... Turn-ons. Let me see your toes.
He's not into feet. I can tell you that.
He's into other people's feet, maybe.
All right. Well, we have
penis envy. He's got athlete's foot envy. I don't know.
Luckily, we have a movie to review tonight.
Yeah, we do.
And I believe I'm up to do the primary review of it.
You
you
are
definitely are.
on point, sir.
Boy, never has anything
Yes,
been as
you are.
as plain as day. That yeah, this is you. All right, so this is from our friends over at Amazon Prime, which let me just start off by saying Amazon Prime is really disappointing me. All right, they increased their Prime membership again. They're dropping things like Freebie. They're reducing shipping, benefits to Prime members. They're really lowering their quality of service. All right. I mean, the only redeeming quality is that they keep having good movies like this out there. So the movie we're reviewing this week is called The Swing of Things. A groom-to-be accidentally books his destination wedding at a swingers resort in Jamaica. Now, that is a misleading summary if I have ever heard one. All right, because that is not actually what happened. You think by that he's a bumbling oaf that just makes a mistake. And, I didn't know this was it, blah, blah, blah. No. They're actually sent here because there was a storm that was occurring that forced their plane to land in Jamaica rather than in the Bahamas. And so they had to make do. Now, what storm lasts 4 days? I have no idea. But, plot device. All right? So, this movie has a few notable people in it. All right? You will notice that there is John Lovitz, Luke Wilson, and who was the other guy? Was it Oliver Cooper or was it, I don't know. Matt McCoy. That's it. Matt McCoy. Those are actors you will recognize in this movie. All right. Now you will think you recognize another person. You will think you recognized Cord Overstreet, who plays the groom in here. But really what you'll think he is Wesley from Princess Bride, because he looks like a dollar store Wesley from Princess Bride. Yes, he does. All right. That's what he looks like. So anyway, movie starts off. You have to get 10 minutes worth of both of these, bumbling people who don't know each other yet, and then how they met. And then you jump forward 7 months, and now they're getting married, and their families are meeting, and evidently you have a hoity-toity family, and then you have, like, the Bumpkins. And the Bumpkins have an adopted son who's played by Luke Wilson, all right, who resents that he's adopted and says that he's Canadian, even though he grew up in Mississippi. And that seems to be a recurring joke throughout the entire movie and didn't need to be there, in my opinion. It was just silly. Honestly, I think they just had Luke Wilson in here to up the cast value so that people might actually watch this show. Like, they might do a search on Luke Wilson because they liked all his other shows and, then watch this because he's in it. I don't think there was really a reason to have Luke Wilson in here. They could have saved some money on cast. But regardless. So they land in Jamaica. They end up getting talked into staying at this all-inclusive resort that they can do a wedding and everything else. Well, it turns out that resort is Hedonism 2, which, if you're like me, you know what hedonism is. It's a swinger resort, and really, really deserted by the looks of it. It must be the off season. I'm not sure. There's not nearly enough people there for what I hear hedonism has. Usually it's very, very busy and not someplace you'd want to go with your family, to be completely honest. But regardless, that's where they end up. And, the mothers enjoy themselves immensely, even though at first they resist, but then they really get into the swing of things, if you will. The fathers end up enjoying themselves and learning more about their marriage and their wives. And there is a wild and crazy bachelorette night that results in some controversy, which, if this was a Hallmark movie, that's exactly what you would expect. And then, of course, there's a reconciliation that happens, and everything is fine and dandy. And all you really need to know is there is some TNA in this film, and there are a whole lot of bulges to look at as well. In fact, even at the wedding, there's a guy who is wearing a gold bow tie and a gold G-string in the front row. And that is not the kind of person I want at the front row of a wedding that I'm involved in. Because that's a lot of pressure right there. I don't want to have to compete with that. So overall, had some funny moments, had some entertaining moments, had some nice visuals to look at. Did drag along in a couple of places, but overall, pretty good. Did make fun of dolphins, which I approve of. They are the scourge of the sea, if you don't know about that. We should have some more killer dolphin movies. I agree. And so I am going to give this one a SEG. I'm going to give it an SEG because it's one that I think I would watch again. I don't think my wife would appreciate watching this, but I would appreciate watching this again. All right. Colin, let's go to you next.
No, don't bother.
I wanted to know if you watched this with your mom and dad. I really wanted to know.
I barely watched it with myself. I tried. And I got through the opening scenes, and you know what? I kind of said, I kind of liked the couple, but and then I started just like fast forward, like, well, let's just keep going. It's like, okay, click. Okay, more sex jokes, click. Yeah, more sex jokes, click. It's like, looks like this movie is an hour and a half of sex jokes. I didn't bother.
So you got a DNF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much.
All right. Mike?
All right. So the movie starts with Cord Overstreet in Jesus sandals and a suit. It's not a good look. Ad exec and the dog clothes designer get together. How is he not selling her? How are they not rich from him selling her dog clothing line yet? I don't know. And the dude's advertising partner is such a freak that he's banging Betsy Ross on the plane while wearing a Miyagi headband. Question for the audience. Is it racist if a Jewish white man acts like a Rastafarian complete with the accent? I'm asking for a friend, whose name rhymes with Mr. Roe Wade. Checking into a hotel that has sex toys where the Bible's supposed to be. I forgot that this was a swingers resort. And here's something I never thought I'd see. Someone who was happy to have bird spunk. That's an actual line. Bird spunk dripped into their eye. I've heard of bird poop being good luck. I don't want to think about it. Here comes a guy wearing Colin's thong running down the beach. I'm going to stop right there for a second. Pause for effect. Guy won't play hockey. Listen, I don't want guys like Luke Wilson's character playing hockey. It's bad for the sport. And now we got the guy with Shaggy's thong jumping into the hot tub. Now we're seeing dolphin schlong. Now they wind up at a Jamaican Eyes Wide Shut party. Yes, this is absolutely one of Shaggy's picks. The tantric coach scene. Y'all can just F all the way off now. Because, no. At this point, I'm expecting a plot twist where Luke Wilson's character is actually the not blood-related brother trying to wheeze the juice on his not blood-related sister after breaking up their wedding. At this point is when I realized that Hedonism 2 actually is a real resort. See, this is why it probably wasn't as packed as you thought, Shaggy, because this is hedonism 2. You know, like Gallagher 2.
Yeah.
You know, the brother they used to go and try and make money off the name. And I don't understand why we actually need John Lovitz in this movie. If he didn't have some kind of writing or producing credit, he obviously lost a bet. Or, I don't know, maybe the producers lost a bet and had to give him a part. I don't know. Okay, I just looked up Olivia Culpo, who is the female lead in this movie. She was born the year I graduated high school. I think I need to lie down now because I don't feel right. What I really need to know is why this one guy is only wearing y'all's bathing suits and a matching yarmulke. That's what I need to know about right now. So I'm going to give this... I'm giving it a meh. Okay? It's kind of like it almost had a dollar store National Lampoon kind of vibe with a sprinkle of USA's Up All Night, hosted by Rhonda Shear, but not something I think I ever need to watch again. When you said you would watch this again, you gotta be kidding me. SEG, this is your cobbler, dude. This is your cobbler.
I would like you to know, Mike, there never has been a hedonism 1. Hedonism 2 is the only hedonism in operation as of 2020.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yep. Hedonism 3 closed in 2010.
What? So there was never hedonism
Yes, correct.
at all. They
Correct.
just jumped right to 2.
Yes.
Stupid as hell. This is absolutely the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is about as dumb. No.
Yep.
All right. So, as far as the next show,
Yep.
I am on point for the next review.
Okay.
I am okay with just going, with our normal, picking something from the list here, but I do have a proposal.
Okay. Does it have
Taking us
Sandra Bullock in
outside
it?
It does not.
Okay.
It takes us outside of our normal realm for this review.
Okay.
See, normally, when we do these reviews, we try and find the diamonds in the rough. We try and find that movie that other people would not normally look for and recommend it.
Or sometimes we will watch the new reviews and tell the new movies and tell you whether they're worth it or not.
Okay, so the movie I'm about to suggest has piqued my curiosity for 2 reasons. One, that it was released in theaters and actually hit number 1 on the box office the weekend that it was released.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, it has a song that is trending in the top 5 of Billboard's Top 100.
We're not watching the Barbie movie, are we?
It's not the Barbie movie.
Okay.
This movie is almost as far away from something I would normally suggest we watch. That I am talking about
is it
K-pop demon hunters.
What? Okay, I did not expect you to say that. It's a
Sure. Let's go for it.
It's a cartoon?
Yeah.
No, it is.
It's one of the biggest things in the world. Apparently, I have not. I don't. I've seen a picture of it.
It's anime-ish on
It's-
Netflix.
It's a cartoon, yeah.
It's not only is it a cartoon, it is a K-pop themed cartoon which means it technically is a foreign musical. For me to be suggesting this,
What have you done with Mike?
something is wrong.
Is it in English? Or do we have to read this?
I don't even know. I don't even know. Here's the thing. There's a song, Golden, by that.
Oh.
I drove up to Maine last week. Left on Sunday from Jersey, drove up to Maine, came back on Wednesday. And in my 18 to 19 hours in the car, I heard that song Golden from...
Sorry.
That is not the song.
It's
Golden by Huntrix.
It's one of
is
the
the one.
songs. Sorry.
Well, Golden is the one that I have heard at least 362 times.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, sorry. That was the K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, yep. K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, there's also a sing-along edition, Mike.
This is so far out of my comfort zone to even suggest this.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
I can't figure out if it's in English or not. It doesn't say. It just says it doesn't say what language it's in.
Hang on.
It is on Netflix. It is in English.
Okay, thank God. I don't want to have to read a whole movie. I already did that for Under Paris. Yeah. Okay. We can watch your cartoon, Mike.
And the English was also matched to the mouth movement, so it doesn't have
Okay.
clapping mouth.
I gotta see what all the hype is about. The fact that it dethroned, what was it called? What's that movie out there? Weapons? Like, Weapons was number one at the box office, and then Netflix said, guess what? We're going to put K-pop Demon Hunters out for a weekend. And they put the sing-along version out. It dethroned Weapons. They took it out of the theaters, and Weapons jumped back up. Like, what happened?
Huh. Boy, I don't have an answer there, Mike. All right. Well, that sounds like what we're watching. We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch the cartoon. So, all right. That ought to be interesting.
I mean, it was either that or Thunderbolts, but I think this will be more entertaining.
I haven't watched Thunderbolts yet. It's on my list. But I tell you what, I did watch the Naked Gun remake.
Okay, can we talk about the viral marketing move of Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson letting everyone think that they hooked up?
I really thought it was real.
Yeah,
I was
I
all
didn't even
for
hear
him.
about.
I
Finding out it was marketing was the first time I even heard of it.
I was all for him. I'm like, oh, it's good that they found love. I was really happy. They took my happiness away.
You see what happens when she stops wearing makeup? She hooks up with a regular dude.
A nice guy who lost his wife and is now on the rebound.
He has a special set of skills.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like that. I love that for him. The only thing they can do now is they actually have to make it real. They have to undo this lie and make it real.
So, yay or nay on the remake? Is it technically a remake, though?
It's not.
It's not a remake. It's a continuation.
I'll tell you what. It is a watered down version of the original because they couldn't do the same. They couldn't do to the same level the old jokes. They did some of them, but they didn't do them to the same level. And for that, I'd take a couple points off. But they did it as truly as they could.
Yeah.
Could have been a
It's
lot
a
worse.
yay, but it's not. It's not saying it's equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better than a lot of other crap.
They could have called it the mildly clothed gun, and it would have been more accurate. So, but I did like some of the subtle callbacks. There was the beaver in a case at one point from the nice beaver joke. So I think if I watched it again, I'd see even more little Easter eggs here and there. So, I'm looking forward to that.
It was made by people who enjoyed the original, and not by people who. It wasn't Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Yeah, so that part was good. I was happy about that. So it was a decent one. So all right, folks. With that said,
To be clear, the problem with Ghostbusters Answer the Call was not that they made all the characters women. It was that they improv'd Ghostbusters.
yes. So to be clear, Colin is not a sexist. That isn't why he didn't like the movie. So, all right, folks. With that said, that's going to do it for us this evening. But we want to make sure that you know that our next show right now is scheduled for the 22nd. So we will be back on September 22nd for you, and we will be watching a K-pop Demon Hunter cartoon anime thing and telling you if it's worth it or if you should keep your children from watching it because it teaches them how to summon the devil.
Feels like I need to wear this while doing the review.
Yeah. So,
It will protect you from.
yeah. So, anyway, that's what we're going to be doing on the next show. Don't forget, you can always check out the show and everything about us at PTR Radio on your social media networks or ptrradio.com. It's got all the information out there. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell all your friends about the show. We'd love to hear from you as well. With that said, I don't have anything coming up until the end of October when I'm doing another trivia night, which I am really looking forward to. Colin, you heading back to Disney anytime soon?
That's where I was last weekend.
All right. Mike, anything big for you guys?
Nothing.
Nothing. If you want to hire Parlin's okayest DJ, reach out to Mike the Ape Man. He will be happy to DJ your biggest bestest events. Half price coupon if you mention PTR Radio. That's right. Half price rate. All right.
Half price of whatever he says the rate is when you call.
That's right. So everybody, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And everybody take care until we see you next time. With that said, I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I am Mike the Ape Man.
Stick a fork in us, folks. We are done. Later.